Everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can always look at your Moon and Rising sign readings on top of your Sun sign reading today, Gemini, for further clarity for the week, or if this isn't resonating with you for any reason. So this is for the week of September 19th to the 26th. I'm using the medicine cards for your main spread today, and then as always drawing additional message cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle and then the Healing with the Angels Oracle. This is a general reading for your sign. Whatever is most prominent in your life this week, I encourage you to apply these messages to, and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. So what does Gemini need to know? All right, Gemini, so not entirely shocked just because this has been going on now for about 2 months on and off, maybe give or take a week. Issues of enormous spiritual or magic power here. Essentially all magic means is a change in consciousness or intentional energy, okay? Putting your energy into something, intending a specific outcome. That's what magic means. And we're looking, of course, here at law of attraction. There's also a great deal of awareness or a call to an awareness around innocence. Either you're going to be met with that, you're going to have to call on that to help you this week, or it's going to show up in your week and it'll be it will probably act as it'll be the saving grace of the day. You're going to want to incorporate innocence into a situation at least once this week. What you don't want to do this week, Gemini, is to play dumb about anything. You don't want to act innocent if that's not accurate. You don't want to deceive anyone this week and act innocent. Of course, particularly if it means getting something that's not yours or tricking somebody. That's also incredibly low vibration here. So we don't want to be petty. We don't want to be low vibration. We want to raise our vibration for ourselves and others. So the call here is to really understand the essence of law of attraction, of balance, okay? Giving and receiving, fairness, the mind and the heart, feeling fulfilled, coming from a place of fulfillment, of prosperity, and not using that over other people. You want to create a power with, so you can work with others and influence fairly. You don't want to try to control others or create environments where, like I said, you're getting a specific outcome. Your intention is to get what you want, but it's at the expense of something or someone else. You want to be really aware of how you're intentionally using your manifesting powers this week. And again, with a call to innocence. Either it's going to occur for you this week and it's going to make something lighter and you'll appreciate it, or it'll be forced. You'll be forced to appreciate or forced to confront an element of innocence this week. And the possibility there is that it could take your breath away. It could be an eye-opener. It could be a moment of clarity for you. So anyway, I don't see anything entirely bad here. That's not what I'm saying. I just mean that if you're moving too quickly, or you feel like you've been rushed lately, or trying to get something for nothing here, that's going to create a type of humility for you. So whether if you create that for yourself, if you're able to be humble this week, then great, okay? We all need this, no matter the sign. Everybody needs to create and accept their own humility. Otherwise, it'll be forced on you, and that's never comfortable. So let's look at these cards one by one, beginning with the central position. This represents you. And of course, dolphin is mana. This is about total prosperity in all areas of your life. So feeling fulfilled, whether you are or not currently, you feel fulfilled. Even if you're doing without something, no matter what that is, you know how to get it. You know where to access it. You know what it takes to get it, etc. So you're feeling very fulfilled, possibly playful here, not in terms of playing games, but just feeling free, maybe even light, playful, and again, feeling very fulfilled, very prosperous, which is a lovely place to start from, right? But again, because we have law of attraction and deception on either side, my concern here for you this week, especially if you're not aware of it, is that you could be, according to this, not playing fair, trying to get something for nothing, or being deceptive for personal gain. And again, you want to try to avoid that if at all possible. Number one, it creates unnecessary karma. You don't need to do that. And number two, it's low vibration. And the goal here is to raise your vibration, to get away from something that just because it works, okay? Another way to frame this is just because something works or you get what you want out of a certain person or a condition or place or what have you, it doesn't mean it's right. It means you're getting what you want, but there's a price, and that price may be mounting, and it may be one that you don't want to or can't pay someday, or will create an albatross on your own shoulders and a weight that you don't want to carry someday. So if there's any trickery at all going on this week for you, certainly if you weren't aware of anything like that and you are now, maybe contemplate that and concern yourself around why you would be engaged in that type of behavior. You would want to avoid doing that. You want to, neutralize your karma and create prosperous conditions for everyone by sharing, okay, and not stealing or being deceptive. With Crow here in your influence to the current position, we have law of attraction. One of the major themes here, of course, is balance. We're looking at the actual self, and we're looking at the reflection of the self. So it's really another way to read Gemini, in all honesty. There's two sides, right? You have the saying is that Gemini are two people in one. There's a good reason for that. There is a dark and a light side to you. That isn't influenced by moods necessarily, like a Cancer, or by circumstance, like it would an Aries. This is just the way you are. This is a whole person that you keep inside yourself that'll come out no matter the situation or no matter the stress, okay? And it sometimes creates an internal conflict for you. So if that's what's going on here, you want to make sure that both of them have access to the light. You're paying attention to both of them, both sides of yourself internally, and you're not creating a shadow self that you can't get close to, or creates a type of havoc, right? When it's let loose because you don't have a relationship or you don't recognize it. You want to know exactly who you're keeping inside, what those personalities are. And of course, besides the mirror reflection of the self, we're looking at, of course, up and down, right? Issues of above and below, issues of karma, the law of attraction. What are you projecting? What are you bringing in? What is the price of that? So yeah, if there's any gamey stuff here or trickery here, the price, especially this week from what I'm seeing, Gemini, the price will be too high. You won't want to pay that price this week. Probable outcome with Owl is deception. Here's where we have witchcraft or sorcery, magic, a great deal of shamanistic energy here. It could be used to the benefit of everyone, absolutely, just like all magic, light and dark. It's all the same thing. It's how it's used. It's what's the intention here. Because I'm seeing issues possibly around how you're achieving or getting something here, possibly something for nothing. We want to avoid deception. We want to avoid lies, deceiving someone else, including yourself, Gemini, okay? Including even your shadow self or some part that you don't want to see or access here. You need to understand who that is. Because you don't want something unconscious controlling you or making decisions, certainly bad ones for you. You want to bring all of the dark into the light so that you can understand it, okay? You don't even have to defeat the demons or defeat the problem. You just need to be aware of it and not give in to it, okay? Because there's a price to that, and it's usually uncomfortable. With the deception being the probable outcome, this is where I'm seeing getting something for nothing, okay? Particularly because we have innocence touching all cards here. This is where I'm looking at humility. Something may fall apart for you if you take this action this week. And I just mean being deceptive or tricky at all here. Or going along the way you've always been going along, thinking that you're going to keep getting this prosperous feedback. Yes, you could very well do that, but I think that the gig is up, okay? I think that is coming to a close. You're going to have to switch up how you're dealing with a specific issue this week, particularly anything having to do with deception or getting your own way, something for nothing here, and karma or a shadow self. With the porcupine, of course, being the general energy regarding all cards here. This is innocence. This is where I'm seeing humility, okay? This is where I'm seeing either you're going to invite humility willingly, which is frankly a beautiful thing to do, okay? Innocence is essential to humanity in general. It's also something that's been sort of siphoned out of every person probably by the time we're 8 years old now. So if you're an adult and you have any essence of innocence in your life, you are winning, okay? You are winning against the powers of darkness and evil, because this has been, innocence is considered what? Naivete, it's stupid, it's childish, it's all these terrible things that we've been taught all our lives, which are lies. Innocence is extraordinarily divine power. And capital D, capital P, divine power. Innocence, laughter, joy, acceptance, forgiveness, friendship, love, and beauty are the highest vibrations in existence. Anything that is not those 10 terms is automatically missing high vibration, or it's lower on the vibrational channel here, or frequency, if you will. So remember, if innocence is met with you this week, or if it's being invited, or it's showing itself to you this week, please acknowledge it. Please accept humility this week. If there is a sorry to say, this is the week to do it. If there is a meeting of the minds, or a memory, a beautiful memory of youth or an innocent time here could take your breath away, please let it. It's supposed to. It'll actually help clear some karma, Gemini, for you. Innocence, ultimately, I will finish by saying it's ultimately going to be your saving grace this week. All right, so we had 2 jumpers. Let's take these. So flexible and all that glitters. This is where I'm seeing that, yeah, of course, okay, with law of attraction and deception here, prosperity, there is a price. This is what this is saying. All that glitters isn't gold. They only say that because it's not the end all, okay? And there can, this lifestyle or attitude or energy can come with a lot of weight, okay? It can become its own albatross. There's a price to it. So we're really looking at prices, and I don't mean a dollar necessarily, but I do mean, karmic price here. There is perhaps a relationship on thin ice here. Perhaps some things falling apart that you're taking for granted here, or you think that it can be fixed through deception or through wearing a mask or just glossing over something. But it's not. It's moving further and further away from you. And again, with the last chance here, this is last chance innocence, okay? This is the week for humility. And if you get it, things will shift very rapidly in a positive way for you. If you don't get it, or you refuse to get it, or you would rather not, which is a denial of your own growth, that's going to create its own cost, okay? And it'll be uncomfortable, to say the least. Flexible here just means that you need to be able to balance yourself appropriately. However, if this is something you've been using with regard to the situation over and over and over, you're going to find here that this is getting old. This is using up a lot of energy. Let's tie it here with the law of attraction here, being flexible. Well, you can play both sides of something, right? Okay, you can pretend this but be that. You can pretend that but be that. You can say you're doing something for one reason, but secretly have another reason for doing it. That could be what's keeping you flexible this week, but again, I'm going to suggest that there's a price to that as well. And ultimately, that's a lot of energy. Maybe contemplate why you would be spending so much energy in trying to create conditions for just to get your own way, okay? Or just to say I was right. You are going to want to avoid that this week, if at all possible. And again, with the porcupine, with innocence, it's really going to... It's a saving grace this week. I guess I could leave it there. All right, let's get one more card for you. It'll be a nice week for you to go deep into the heart of something. Gemini is another way to look at this. I think a real heart-to-heart, even with yourself, is positive, at least, necessary, very probably. Okay, so celebration is lovely. There could be something to celebrate at the end of the week, and of course, new love. So this is beautiful with regard to current relationship in a new type of area. A celebration, say an anniversary, would be another way to frame this, or an actual marriage, or you've met someone, or you've come to a new understanding with someone in a relationship. It could be, especially if you're following your heart this week and really paying attention to innocence and not gaining power over or trying to be tricky here or deceptive. This could feel like a celebration and a new sense of love and enjoyment and appreciation, of course, with innocence and joy and love. All high vibration and all high frequency feelings bring what feels like a celebration. So you might find that your prosperity here that you're currently enjoying will grow into your personal life. And I sincerely hope that's what's going on here for you, because everything else seems to be in order, but there do seem to be some personal or emotional issues here that need solving, or at least we need to stop games around or trying to take what isn't ours. So if you have a second, please let me know how this works out. I'm genuinely curious. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel, because I upload videos for your sign every single week. So until we meet next time, Gemini, please take good care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.